Sponsored by Motion. You just gotta ollie the bus. What are you thinking?
Don't hit the power.
We good to go, Caden?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's hit it. Whoa.
You're going live?
Yeah, I guess I'm live right now. Hold up.
Are there people there? Did you make a post about it?
Yeah, I did. Nate, my dude, what's going on?
Don't step on the power.
Sort of heights, and people don't know this, and we're on a bus right now. But it's cool. I keep looking off the side and getting really nervous.
Where are we at right now?
We're at Motion Boardshop. It is the shop in Seattle that I own. It's in the background. It is a longboarding, skateboarding, snowboarding store. We just try to hold events and get people together as a community. This is one of those things. Thank you so much for coming to Seattle and doing this.
Yeah.
So we could help out.
Dude.
Hell
yeah, man.
Anxiety's totally I'm definitely not nervous.
No, you're all good, man. Let's jump off the bus. I'd love you to give a quick tour of the shop, and let's jump right into it.
Perfect.
What do you think?
Jumping off the bus, I will crawl down gently. Like I pay my own health insurance.
Okay, good.
Very, very nice.
Motion doesn't pay for the health insurance?
I draw a line.
Yeah.
But what is Motion's is mine, and what is mine is Motion's.
All right, cool.
Hey, have a good day.
Hello. Woo-woo-woo.
The drone in the car.
Caden, what's up, man? Hey guys, this is Caden. Caden is the Beyond the Board videographer for the next 6 weeks.
6?
I don't know, 5.
Oh, it's 5.
Well, it's 5. It's 5.
We just got the drone still landed on the hood. And,
Yeah, I am too.
Awesome, dude.
Burning it up.
Let's get it. Let's jump off. All right. How you guys doing?
Line.
Single file. Everyone get in the line. Hey, what are you drinking, man?
Beast.
Strange beast.
Strange beast.
That's what I'm saying.
And this thing is rocking, baby.
There we go.
I think I knew the last
Yeah.
person.
The last person? Yeah. It's a little shaky. A little shaky.
Jack, are you
Single file line, guys. Single file line.
A lot of movement.
Single file.
Jack, send it.
All right, squad. If you guys are just tuning in, we're here in Seattle, Motion Boardshop. Motion Boardshop is one of the most OG longboard stores in the world, and definitely in OG, definitely in the U.S. If you guys aren't familiar with Motion Boardshop and you guys live in the Northwest, Motion Boardshop is the place to be. Also, they do online, and they're one of the top online retailers in the country. So, shout out Motion Boardshop, hosting a little shindig. Today is day 1 of our Beyond the Board tour, a tour where we're basically cruising around the country, hosting different longboarding events and sessions and having a good time. So we're doing this weekend in Seattle. Yeah, we're doing free longboard dancing lessons tomorrow. We're doing a scavenger hunt all over the city. Winners are gonna get custom boards by Bustin, custom Beyond the Board graphics. And Sunday, Brooke's gonna do a women's meetup. So it should be good. Hey Brooke, you wanna grab this real quick? Yeah. You wanna?
Is it facing me? Oh, hey guys. Who are there questions on here?
You're doing great.
Let me see.
Let's know a little bit about you. Where are you?
Well, I was born and raised here in Seattle. Kind of Puyallup, actually. So technically, but no one knows where that is.
Enumclaw.
Oh my gosh, yes, my mom works in Enumclaw. What else? I don't know.
So you're from Seattle. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
You're 25.
You
Excellent.
seek discomfort.
I
What
seek discomfort.
are you doing right now? Driving around the country?
I'm living in a bus with my boyfriend and 2 other dudes. That's what's gonna happen. We're cruising around the country, teaching longboarding lessons, and yeah, doing our thing. Please come out and hang out.
Everybody's
take it?
welcome.
What's going on?
Look
All right,
at-
Nate, let's
so cute in
let's jump
here.
into it, man. I want to hear a little bit more about Motion, and let's cruise in. All right.
The baby boomers that I'm bringing in. So this is Motion Boardshop. We're in here right now. Snowboards, longboards. The shop originally started in 2009. It's a really cool shop. It originally started on a bike trail just right behind the store, about 15 miles away. So this is the 3rd generation of our store, and it's still on the same bike trail, so it's still really cool. We send all our customers out on the back to try to test boards. We have a great time. Snowboards, longboards, skateboards. I started this shop in this location because the old owner was getting out of the business, and it was like, hey, you've always really skated a lot and wasted a lot of time doing it. I think it'd be a great fit. So I was super fortunate that I was able to do that. There's like a bunch of cool history pieces of like kind of where the shop was at. over here, one of our super good friends, Max Rickman, gave us all of his old longboards.
Oh wow, these are all Evos.
Yeah, so some of these longboards have gone like 80 miles an hour. I don't know which one exactly, but it's gone real fast.
I mean, yeah, with a wedge like that. Yeah.
Big fans. And so we've got those longboards. We've got super fun beginner first time longboards as well.
Yeah.
It was really nice because we cater to everybody, all skill levels, no matter what you're doing. If you are a first time rider, we have a board for you. If you've been riding for a long time, we've also got a board for you as well. So like you can see dinghies, cruise around your college campus, that type of stuff. So fun. Some of my favorites are downhill. I like raccoons. This is one of my favorite graphics by Landouts. Love it. Matches the Sierra Nevada.
Oh yeah, dude. That graphic's pretty tight actually. This is by Landouts, yeah?
It's their skateboard thing called the ATV Perfected. It's like a skateboard with a cool shape, kind of old school shape, and soft wheels so you can cruise around.
Yeah.
And then longboards, a TV, everything. Dancing boards.
A couch.
Yeah, a couch.
What's your favorite part about the shop actually? Do you have like a favorite?
I'm a big fan of. Honestly, the coolest part about the shop is that people come to it. Which sounds like very straightforward, but like I didn't before I had this job. I didn't see my friends as much because like it's tough to get together on a Saturday or something. But now like they all need skate gear or snowboard gear, or it's just a fun place to come hang out because Sierra Nevada has given us so many delicious beers. And so they'll come and see me on a Friday after work or a Tuesday after work. And so I get to see a lot of my friends a lot more often.
Yeah.
Which is I mean like that's the best part. My whole thing like I just like people, and that's kind of what attracted me so much to longboarding is that it like. It's a kind of a meritocracy in the sense that like people don't really care as long as you're doing it. Like they don't care about anything. Like you can be fat, you can be like me who sweats all the time. Like, I show up and I skate and people are like, yes, you're doing the thing that I'm doing and that's cool because we can do it together. And I think it's one of those like immediate ice-breaking moments because I'm like everybody else. High school is weird. And so like I got into longboarding. I found like other kids at my school that longboarded, people that like I wasn't traditionally friends with because they didn't live next door. And then we all started skating, and then 15 years later, here we are. And yeah, I think that's the coolest part. And then I meet some ridiculous people. Some people come in and they're like, I want to push 300 miles on my longboard in 24 hours. One of our customers is Merv. He has all of his broken longboard dancing decks on our back wall.
So you got a bunch of boards from Merv, a bunch of boards from Max.
Yeah. Some people would call it hoarding, but like if you keep them together, it's kind of like a history museum.
It's like a gallery.
Yeah, it's like a hoarding gallery. Exactly.
Hey, Caden, you want to hold this real quick? Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all Merv's broken boards. Every board back here is a broken dancing board. So that's super cool.
How often do you bring a new one? Like every month, basically?
Yeah, every month, every 3 weeks, something like that. It's pretty bad. Wow. I mean, dude, you've seen it. He skates like 3.5 hours a day.
He showed up today
every day,
completely wet.
And like, I'm just gonna get a water and go back out and skate some more. So yeah.
He's crazy. He actually skates more than probably most people in Seattle, dude, honestly.
100%. No, he does. He does. Please, Merv on Instagram. Follow him. He does some really cool tricks. Not as cool as Brandon, of course.
Hey, Merv's a boss, dude. Merv's way better than I am at tricks.
We were talking about this. You'll like makeup. I don't want to say makeup. This is going to sound super rude. Brandon's a wonderful person.
I make up
like,
names.
You like put a trick together and people are like, oh, that's just like a half cab, like no, like shove it. And you're like, today we're going to call that like the oopsie doopsie. Yeah. And Merv is talking about like he'll go to a session and see like 5 people practicing something that you just came out with on a video, and he's like, why is everyone trying the same trick? And like later on he figures out
it's
Brandon came out with the video, and now everyone's trying to learn like the oopsie doopsie or like the yeah.
So the funny part with that is like, no comply, shove it. Like everyone knows the names of those, but as soon as you start getting into any variations of tricks, like I did 60 tricks for the Trick Tip Tuesday thing.
Okay.
And so once you start getting into anything where it's like a shove it and a body varial and whatever, I had a group chat with Merv and like 10 other popular riders around the world, and I'd be like, hey guys, what do you call this? Everyone said something different. Someone's like, it's a varial to this, it's a whatever to this. And I was like,
some
okay.
people are like, it's a varial kickflip, like shove it 180, and other people were like, yo, we call that the Tennessee Steamer.
Right.
And you're like, what do we do?
Everyone says something different. And so actually, one of the last tricks I did, it's no comply bigger spin, and then you kind of pop it again.
Oh, so is that the one like you boop, and then like you kind of land on it and give it another one?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But basically, I reached out and I was like, guys,
friggin' hard.
Yeah, but I was like, what do you guys call this? And they said, I don't know, just call it a random name. And one of the guys, his name's Esteban. And he was like, just call it a random name, like Steve. I was like, okay, no comply bigger, Steve. And I just, I don't know.
Wow.
I really
And I, unfortunately, that's like how some of the best names start. Like one of our most popular runs in Washington is called Kiss and Tell, and it was where I learned how to slide a longboard.
Was it where you learned how to kiss as well?
No, we would tell people, don't tell anyone about this hill. Like, don't do it. Someone one day was like, yeah, no kissing and telling. And it was like, stuck. Immediately invincible, like never could I change it. And I was like, I don't want this cool road to be called Kiss and Tell. And it's just like,
it just happens.
And you cannot stop it. And the more you're like, no, the more it just, it sticks.
So this one road, you know James West?
Yes.
Right, so James West, he lived in Salem, Oregon for a while. And we had this one road, new subdevelopment, cool little kind of alley with a big steep hill. And there's a bunch of like older, attractive women live there because it's a nice neighborhood. And he called it MILF's Alley. The MILF's Alley. And so the name eventually just turned into Mill Sally. But it's crazy, bro. For 5 years, we were calling this road Mill Sally.
Not knowing why.
Not knowing what, I mean, like, we kind of knew why, but it was just, like, weird how it's, like, that name stuck out of nowhere. James went to it once and said, oh, Mill Sally, sick. And we're like, okay, cool, Mill Sally.
And you're
Hundreds of, bro, thousands of times Mill Sally was said. It's crazy how some of that shit sticks.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Absolutely invincible.
Do you mind if we turn the music down on this a little bit?
First off, yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool.
So let me go over there. Pretend like we did this before. We're both professionals in social media, so we should have already done this.
Oh, no, you're good, man. So, real quick shout out Strange Beast for supporting the party tonight. They got us with this natural and organic hard kombucha. Big shout out Cole Kurtz. Thank you, man. Without you, it would not be possible. Dude.
This is Kings of the Mud. This is a downhill video. If you've never downhill skated before, hold up. There's a lot of other ways to have a ton of fun along that won't result in a ton of road rash. We're here to guide you on that. Dancing.
What do you do? Knee pads?
For that,
Most of these guys never wear knee pads though. It's kind of the crazy part.
No.
You wear knee pads?
Never.
Really?
No.
Basketball shorts.
Not skating. Jeans.
Okay.
Jeans if I'm skating. Like a nice set of black jeans, probably bought from Nordstrom Rack or like Ross, Best for Less, because I crashed really hard. And so like, you're like, oh, one and done a set of jeans for $10. I'm totally okay with it. But like knee pads are really good. I just don't like the way they feel.
Right.
And I try not to crash. So that's my main trick. My best trick that I have to my name is don't crash.
I remember. I can't
It's
remember.
been like 2.5 years since I've gotten road rash.
Really? Bro, I don't get road rash that often. It's always like a scrape or something, but I haven't had anything major in forever. But when I first started,
Every day.
Every day.
I mean, you can, I don't know if your arms are like mine, but like I have white spots. I have
Everywhere.
this, like that type of stuff from just
Everywhere.
crashing. And you're like, dude, I
Yeah.
felt like 40
Just
miles an
random.
hour in the rain and just slid on my quarter, like,
what's one of the things you recommend to like new or beginner riders to limit injuries and like not get
This
hurt?
is, yeah. I'm going to be giving a TED Talk here very shortly. Ted doesn't know about this yet, but we're working
A
it
Nate
out.
Talk.
A Nate Talk. So there's like 4 things that you can do. First, like go slow. Like longboards go fast. Do not, like the amount of times that I've like seen someone like get on a super small hill and the board just mercilessly accelerates. Like gravity does not care about your feelings, doesn't care about your plans later on that day. Like it'll just pull you down so fast. And I've seen so many great skiers and snowboarders and mountain bikers and people like that just hop on my longboard and get tossed so fast. Like start somewhere flat. If you're gonna ride down a hill, make sure that hill maybe has like a nice run out that goes slightly uphill so that it can slow yourself down. Wear protection. Like
What's the most important?
Wear protection.
shoes. First up, like we take this for granted. Like people will ride down hills at barefoot and like slippers or flip flops and that type of stuff.
flip flops, yeah.
Yeah,
The Berks
but-
are not the vibe.
yeah, Berks.
Merv, you doing the Berks?
He walks in the
day.
Berks. He walks in the Berks, but he ain't. He skates in a Samba.
Yeah.
So like I would say like this is like the dumb things that we don't think about, but like a good shoe with like a flat sole, like not a big thick running shoe, because that's gonna like make the board squishy
Right.
and bouncy. So that
Put
can
all
be
the
a
weight.
problem.
Put all the weight under your toes.
Yeah, and there's a couple other things. I mean, we kind of did that like how we're working on this very we do a longboarding basics thing. Some of the things for going down a hill, keeping your weight forward, leaning forward is going to make your life a lot easier.
Same thing with snowboarding, though, right?
Same thing with snowboarding.
Because if snowboarding, you're leaning back,
You can't
then
turn.
You can't turn because all the weight is planted, and the
You can kind of turn, but it doesn't work as well. I always like to use the analogy of you can't drive from the back of the bus. Gotta be in the front,
If
man.
the steering wheel was in the back,
That'd be pretty gangster.
Yeah.
You're just like hanging out the side and like the back. Yeah, it's like a 25-foot long steering wheel.
Maybe we'll install that in the shred sled. What do you think, Merv? Put the steering wheel in the
Steering
back.
wheel on the
Sniper
roof.
turret on the top.
Turret.
Mm.
I was thinking, what's that one of Beverly Hillbillies? The dude has
Yeah.
like the recliner on top of the car.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bolt one down.
I love that. I'm here for that right now. So yeah, downhilling. And the other thing is like, dude, go slow. Like start small, little hills. Get gloves. Like if you want to do it, there's like a nice progression. And unfortunately, one of the like main things is we always say like, you're a fan of downhill longboarding until like you hit like your first fall and like eat a bunch of crap. And I always make the joke like you have to like go really fast and get to a point where you're uncomfortable and then crash, and then you have to get back up and be like, that wasn't that bad.
So, for you, where do you notice like riders kind of fall off? Because
Their first crash. Like when
Well-
someone goes 30 miles an hour and hits the ground and just like they've never been hurt so bad in their life.
But imagine, so I've seen like if someone does that the first week or two or three or
Never happening again.
they're done. They're never even if they fall at 10 miles an hour, get a little road rash, they're like, nope, I suck, never again. But like if someone didn't have a bad crash till like 2 or 3 years in, they're probably gonna stick with it. Like,
Yeah.
is there a certain like threshold you see like if people can not eat shit up until like
a certain point. I would
like-
say it's like it may be a not necessarily like there's not a after 4 years you have your college degree type thing.
Right.
But like I would say like certain people get to a point where like, man, this is too fun to give up. It's like not to use a terrible example. First one that comes to mind. It's like let's say you're in a relationship and it doesn't go that well. Are you done with relationships forever? Like no, but if your first relationship, day one, you get heartbroken, you're like you may never get in a relationship again.
Right.
So there is some sort of both of it. I will say that like having a support community around you, having people to pump you up, is like one of the things that happens is like if you're skating by yourself and you crash and there's no one around, you're just like like you look around for like someone's like, dude, that sucked, man. Like and there's just no one there. You're kinda like, why am I even doing this? And you like look around and you just have these moments of like
Yeah.
dude, why am I here?
Dude, one of my worst crashes, it was like late at night, it was like 11 or 12, and it was kind of like icy on the ground, and I left, you remember Abel?
Mm-hmm.
So I left,
Cardenas.
Cardenas, yeah.
Yep.
I left like 20 sets of wheels at Abel's house, and that was the night I was like, dude, I'm gonna pick all these up at your place. And so I had this huge bag, like
Oh, no.
grocery bag, and so I was skating home, bombing this little hill, and I'm carving, and all of a sudden, like, I slip out, and the bag of wheels goes in the air, bro.
Mm.
Dude, out of the 20 sets, I lost like one wheel of 4 different sets,
Yeah.
and I ate shit. And I remember like pulling my phone out of my pocket and looking at it, and it was at 1% and then died, bro. And I'm like a mile away from home, and the shittiest part, I thought I slipped on ice, the wheel blew out, bro. So I had to walk home with a broken bag. So I like had all my wheels in my t-shirt.
Oh,
My
no.
phone's dead. I'm like missing wheels. Middle of the night. It was cold. It was shitty.
I was like 24 and I was trying to be a super nice person. I was like cruising back home and I had my longboard and like these like 3 super sweet Latino ladies were like, hey, like we have a flat tire, can you help us? And I was like, fuck, yeah, like obviously, no problem. Jack their car up, spin the wheel off, like no problem, get their other wheel back on there, like get it all taken care of, show them like, hey, this is what the problem is, there's a nail in here, just take it to like a lash lab or whatever the case may be, and they'll help you out. And they were so grateful. And they're like, sir, like, thank you so much, like we can do this thing now, like we're really appreciative. And I'm like, hey, like good deeds are free, like no problem. And they're like, no, like let's give you beer. And so they give me like 4 beers, and I'm skating, and I have nothing to put them in.
Just glass beers,
So
bottles?
I've got 2 glass bottles in each hand, and I'm cruising home, and I'm like a block and a half from my house at this point. No big deal, and I'm just like,
You got this.
I've skated once or twice, and like on a flat hill, maybe like pushing speed, I just like kind of zoned out and looked off the road and went off the road with 50-50 and spiked the beers into the ground, like broke
Oh,
all
bro.
of them but one, and like had broken glass in my hands, and it was just one of those like, not like good deed goes unpunished.
I had one time, there was this like donut shop down the street from my buddy's place.
This isn't Voodoo Donuts, right?
No, it was in Salem. So it was a Dunkin' Donuts that turned into a sketchy version because they didn't want the franchise.
Dunkin' Donuts is hard to find out here.
Yeah, it is. So and it's not there anymore. Cause
It's very East Coast. When you're on the East Coast, you hit that. It's like you've been to Canada.
Yeah,
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Like every day, I don't care what's happening. Like I'm getting Tim Hortons. I don't care if I got a tummy ache and a hangover. Like I'll get the coffee and throw it away. It's just part of my morning routine. Like I just need a double, fucking honey cruller.
Right. And Yeah. So what happened is
let us back.
I
Let us back, Canada.
I left my buddy's house pretty late, like 1 in the morning maybe, and I was a little stoned, and they had this big sign out front that said biscuits and gravy, and I'm not a biscuits and gravy type of dude, but for whatever reason, biscuits and gravy sounded.
I am a biscuits and gravy type of dude. This body was built by biscuits and gravy. So
Built for biscuits.
You
and
see
gravy.
biscuits and gravy. It's 1 a.m. You're like, damn, this has never seemed so good in my
I
life.
got him, and I got him to go, bro. My house is 4 blocks away.
Okay.
Same shit. So like my buddy's house, the donut shop, and all.
You got bog on you.
I got
Biscuits
him.
and gravy. I love it.
Biscuits and gravy. I'm skating. I'm on the sidewalk for whatever reason. I'm a dumbass. And
You should skate on the sidewalk. Don't skate in the road. Don't be that person.
It
But
depends.
at the same
though. It
time,
depends, bro. If there's a bike
sidewalks are
lane,
sketchy.
well, because this is what happened, bro. I'm skating, and then I see a cop kind of roll up, and I was like, in high school, and I was like, no, I'm stoned.
No,
I was like,
man.
And I locked eyes with the cop, and he kind of slowed down to about 5 miles an hour.
To pass. So is he passing you? Like you guys are going like 2 shifts in the night?
I was on the opposite side of the road on the sidewalk, and he's like kind of coming right past me, right? And so I was like looking at him, and I never really skated this part of the road because it's weird. I don't know. And on the sidewalk, and I'm like looking at him, and he almost slows down to a stop right as we kind of pass, and I hit like one of those manhole things was missing the cover, bro. So it was like just a hole. It was like this big, and so I hit it, face planted, like styrofoam, biscuits and gravy. My arms shredded, like biscuits and gravy, like in my hair, like in my wounds. And I just remember like eating shit.
Maybe have biscuits and gravy since.
Yeah.
So it didn't ruin it that bad. It's probably ruined the evening.
I haven't really eaten biscuits and gravy since, bro. It ruined it for me because I went home, and I remember like eating shit laying on the ground, and I remember looking up at the cop car, and he just like rolled down the window and then kept driving.
Nothing. He
Yeah,
just
it's
like
like
wanted to
nothing.
say something. It was just like, no.
Yeah.
He's-
And so I got home and I'm picking like, because it wasn't good biscuits and gravy, bro. It was like
You're
the
telling
can
me
of
the
gravy.
biscuits and gravy that you get at 1 a.m. on the side of the road isn't the best biscuits and gravy you've ever had?
I was fooled. It was a mirage.
Okay.
It was a mirage.
I love it. So you got biscuits and gravy, road rash.
Yeah, and then I'm like
In your
picking out.
arms.
I don't even think this was sausage, dude. It was like dog food. You know what I mean? Just like stuck to my wounds.
I was about to say, you can't, don't try to move the guitar. So, where are you guys going after this? You guys got Seattle. What's
Seattle. We're gonna go do something in Tacoma at Ruston.
next? Oh, yeah.
And then after that, we're gonna do something with the Boys and Girls Club in Tri-Cities.
Nice.
For
Very
Maryhill
cool.
there. And then we're gonna do a chill Maryhill sesh, and then basically make it to Portland.
Are you going to be skating down Maryhill, Caden?
Dude, Caden's gonna skate down Maryhill.
What's
So-
Maryhill?
You're gonna find out.
You're going to, it's great.
The cool part of Maryhill is like you don't have to be crazy good. You can go kind of fast, but closed road, 2 miles long, huge big curves. They do a lot of like car commercials there. And if you
Yes.
just stand up, you won't go faster than like 25. You know what I mean? So
And if
like,
you're on a super turny board, you can just carve your entire
well, and here's what we're
life.
gonna do. We'll do the first time you go it. We got these electric boards, so we'll just have you go up and then you have the fucking brake, and it's not that fast. It's just like a total vibe, bro.
Okay.
That's, yeah, and worst comes to
And
worst,
I have
remember,
to-
lean forward, wear some shoes like that, and you should be good to go. Maybe a little helmet, maybe a little jean action.
Yeah.
You'll be
And
fine. I mean, hell, what are you can film with road rash.
yeah, but can I? What if I fall with the camera? There goes 10K.
Why would you fall with your
No,
camera?
you get renter's insurance.
No, I don't.
We'll get it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing? You should have travelers and
Wait,
renters
didn't
insurance.
you lose all your gear at one point?
No, I put it on the roof of the car.
Oh, you
I
almost.
almost I put it on the roof of the car after we did the getting ready shots at a wedding, and I drove off. I turned a corner, heard this sound, and my buddy and I were like, "What was that sound? Like, did we hit something?" And like we just couldn't figure it out, so we kept on driving. We get to the next spot, and I'm like, I'm on the call with you guys. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
was
yeah, I remember.
I was just so distracted. I put the camera up there. I got inside. I was getting my backpack in there, and I just left. I get to the next spot. I'm still on the phone with you guys, and I stand up and I grab my bag and I look up and there's my camera just sideways like that on the roof of the car.
So it tipped over on the
It
car,
tipped over. That's what
but
the
it didn't
sound
fall
was.
off.
And so I'm on the phone with them and I'm like, oh, guys, I almost just lost the camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was.
yeah. I don't know what kind of money you got available, but like renter's insurance and traveler's insurance, the two best things for any skate trip.
Dude,
Because something's gonna break. Dude, we dropped You ever play the ice game where you put like Smirnoff ices?
Yeah.
We put one of those Smirnoff ices in one of our buddy's bags. Lo and behold, we moved all the stuff around, and the ice broke in the bag, and literally the way it broke into the sensor of our buddy's DSLR.
Oh no,
Just,
bro.
like, ruined
Totaled.
this fucking day.
Totaled.
And we were, of course, laughing because we're like, dude, there's like, it got to a point in this trip where we were in a van like that, and there were probably 8 of us, and probably like 40 ices, and everyone's stuff. So like at a certain point, you're like, dude, I'm not even changing my socks. Like, there's probably 3 ices in my bag, 1 in my new shoes, and like 1 where my wallet is. And like, it got to a point where you're like,
You can't do anything. You can't touch anything.
You can't touch anything. Like I'd go to pay. You're driving. You know how you have a little cubby up here?
Yeah.
So I put my wallet up there. Well, boom, ice. So I like get to the gas station, go to grab my wallet, get ice, chug it, fill the van up, come back in, go to put my wallet back, boom, another ice. Now I'm like, dude, I can't even drive anymore because I'm fucking ham dogged in like 5 minutes. And now people are like, oh, like who's gonna drive? And then we're like, dude, we can't go anywhere. There's no sober drivers. Everyone's bringing ice for us for 2 days straight. So that's what it is. You got any questions?
Yeah, actually, let's cruise outside real quick. I'd like to involve a couple more people.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, if you have any questions for Nate is the man here, Motion Boardshop. So how long, you've owned Motion Boardshop for a little bit, but before then,
4 years.
so you've owned it for 4 years, but before then it was owned by Jason?
Jason Clack, yep.
Right.
He was the previous owner. It's really cool. I used to work for him, and it was really nice. I was like a young 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid working for this gentleman. Now I own it. Now I'm the bad guy.
And what you're the bad guy.
Oh, dude.
But what inspired you to buy this? So you were like a fan of Motion for like quite a while, and then all of a sudden
I owned it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was going away. I've been here a long time, and what originally started is like right back in like 2009, 2010. I got really into like the Motion Boardshop. Kind of took off through no intelligence of my own. The owner, Jason Clack, was like, dude, there's this thing called YouTube, and we're just gonna start putting videos on it. Like, it'll be cool. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like,
well, you did a bunch of videos. It did really
I got
well,
like
right?
500-600 videos on YouTube.
500 or 600.
Yeah, probably more.
Bro.
I don't know. That's like the one channel. There's another channel that's got a bunch more that. So yeah.
But you had OF as well.
Yeah,
How
OF
many-
is my inappropriate channel. That's where I post like all the bad videos. The
Okay.
ones that are like people like really gnarly skating. Motion Board Shop's like the helpful channel and the cool content. And then Motion Board Shop's more of like the niche, in-depth core channel. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got all those videos, and like I was the first person like, this is never gonna pan out. Of course, I was wrong. Couldn't have been more wrong. Panned out really great. And so like I had all these videos, and people kind of like knew me. And I would say like half of it was like I got dragged into longboarding because people started to see me. This is when it was taken off, and be like, oh my god, you're Nate Blackburn, blah blah blah, which was weird for me because like I've never. I'm just a fucking dude who doesn't have any hair. And so, like, when people, I always think of, like, but I suck at skating. And so people would be like, oh my god, you're that person. I'm like,
Well,
like, this is nerve-wracking.
For a bit there, you were managing like Omen and Free Wheels, or
Yep.
And
So-
Omen and Free Wheels was that kind of a Motion deal, or what was the deal there?
So what happened is, Motion Boardshop 2009 to like 2014 was all one entity, and it had Omen longboards in there as well. And Omen longboards were getting manufactured in-house. Omen longboards ended up getting sold off to somebody. That person hired me to be the brand manager and like product developer for that company, and through that company is when Freewheel Co. ended up getting started. And so we started doing Freewheel Co., which was really fun. That's now my other passion project, which is just Freewheel Co. It's super inappropriate if you longboard. I'm sorry, the wheels are mediocre. We market them as such. They're terrible. They're cheap. They're inexpensive.
But they're
You're gonna love them.
but they do Thane lines.
They do Thane lines. Yeah, if you like to slide and turn your board sideways, like they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened. I was really fortunate to get put into that position, and then that job was kind of transitioning. Omen started out as this very core company making boards for downhill skating, and now it makes a lot of boards for like the beginner. And as that happened, my value to the company became less valuable because I'm not you. You're so good at getting people together, and I'm like, I'm gonna go skate this big hill with my like 5 friends. So that happened, and then at that point I was kind of transitioning out, and I got to a point where I could do this, and I really liked it, and I kind of had a huge history. So
That's all right. Merv knows what he's doing. Let's cruise outside real quick, Nate.
I don't want to promote this.
No, we're not.
I already told him no.
Well, it's
I don't want it to happen.
Hey,
It actually makes me really uncomfortable.
Merv knows what he's doing. This is Brooke Johnson. She's the creative mastermind behind Beyond the Board.
Yeah, that's me.
oh Merv, no. Merv, no. No,
It's
no
fine.
trip.
What's your favorite part about longboarding?
Here's good.
This kind of shit. The random shit.
The random gatherings.
What's your favorite part about longboarding?
Probably community.
Community.
Yeah.
What about the community? Yeah.
Friends, everything like that.
Yeah.
You just get together, you hang out, you shred. Even if you're not shredding, you're still hanging out.
You're still hanging out. You're lurking. You're shredding or you're lurking.
Exactly.
What do you think, man? What's it? Yeah, right? The words right out of your mouth, bro.
I was doing a deal side. And
Dude, let's check this out, bro.
off the board.
The mullet, dude.
I'm buzzing. Sauce.
We gotta check Merv out real quick. Hey, Merv!
Enjoy.
Merv, I heard you're skating on the roof, bro.
Oh yeah, we got.
Really? What do we got? A pop shove it?
Have Merv sign a verbal waiver.
I will not sue you if I die.
Hey Merv, you got any words for the viewers, bro? Woo! Bro, we need to put a half pipe up here. What do you think?
Yeah. Don't forget the sip part, and then cheers to the camera.
Partridge family. Someone's saying the Partridge family had a bus, bro. Merv! With the clanky ass road, dude.
Yep.
Hey, so Merv, I'm kind of curious about you. If you guys don't know Merv, hold up. Merv is one of the top dogs in Seattle, and actually in the world of longboard dancing and freestyle. Merv is my fucking dude.
Go way back.
Mike
Way
is saying let's heat things up a bit.
What's up, Mike?
A game of skate between you and me.
Oh, let's go!
On the roof.
Let's go. Brandon, can you do this one?
Connor's saying they want to see someone ollie off the bus. What do you think?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bye.
Brandon, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. 10 o'clock? Yeah. Epic.
Alright, see you then.
Hey. Nice.
Do a triple Lindy.
Yeah.
Triple Lindy.
Triple Lindy.
You said triple kickflip?
Yeah.
Well, wait till. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Yeah. Dude, Merv, so I'm kind of curious, who are your biggest inspirations right now for skating? Hey, actually, a lot of you guys might not know this, but Merv started doing a little bit of downhill freeride, right?
Yep.
And then
First
started
thing.
and then started doing more like freestyle dance. What was like the biggest inspiration for your transition? Like what?
A lot of the big names. Hans Worters, Lachlan Lamali, Michelle.
So you're doing downhill, and then all of a sudden you see these guys, and you're like, I gotta do that shit.
Yeah, it just looked fun, man. You don't have to
Yeah.
hike up the hill, wear a helmet, wear these gloves that
Yeah.
make it hard to do stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
And I guess right now, I'm kind of curious, do you have any, like, you're a dedicated dude. Like, you're one of the most dedicated dudes I know, like, by far. And, like, I respect you a lot, dude. Merv's a boss. He's probably the coolest dude in the U.S. right now. I would say. In all of North America, Merv is the top dog.
It's flattering.
I know. But anyways, I'm kind of curious, Merv, do you have any, like, specific goals with longboarding? Is there a specific trick you'd like to do? Is there a specific event you'd like to go to?
Really, man, I just think it's fun. I love it. Love the process, love the battle, love just everything, man. The mental game, the physical game.
Is there?
I don't really have mental.
You're out there all the time, and you're getting better like every day. Like I see it. You get better every single day.
Yeah.
And do you have like specific goals that you try and like hit? Like when you show up to a session, are you like, I gotta get this trick, or I gotta get this a couple times in a row, or like?
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
I used to play like phone games a lot. You know, they have like daily challenges, so I do the same thing in my head. Phone games, you know, like mobile games, like
Oh, like Farmville.
like fucking
like
Farmville,
Farmville.
dude. Yeah, you
When I was
wanna
playing Farmville.
you wanna harvest 10 wheat in the day, you know. Like I do the same thing.
Every
like,
6 hours, he was harvesting wheat.
Exactly.
He was
yeah.
harvesting his kickflip.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Same but different.
Yeah, it makes it fun, man. Just a little mental challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, standing down here, oh, point down, dude. It's high up. Brooke's over here yelling at us, screaming.
Brooks a skate mom.
Skate mom.
Skate mom. Actually, it's kind of funny because you always hear about skate dads. Like Nate's kind of a skate dad. Brooke's kind of a skate mom.
Yeah. 100%.
The cool part about skate moms though is they'll make you food and say nice things to you and tuck you in at night.
Make sure your judgment's right. You know? Yeah, she's saying don't jump off the thing. Okay, don't jump off the
right?
thing. That's a little
She's
too
making
far.
sure we're safe. Where are we skating tonight, man?
I don't know. Where are we going? Burke Museum.
Yeah, I mean,
Pacific Garage.
Does Burke have
There's a lot of
little bit
places
lights?
here.
Burke have a little bit of lights?
Yeah, it's got lights.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm going to hit there. Just like kick that for a little bit.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
We live, by the way. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're live?
Yeah.
What?
We're live. We got 11 people, 11
We
likes.
gotta entertain these 11 people for you.
Grab my trick pack here.
It's not a ton of space, but I want to like do something this way, but those $10,000 solar panels.
No, actually, bro, here's the thing. People
Yeah,
think solar
lost.
panels are expensive.
Yeah.
Solar panels are cheap as fuck.
That's
These
not
are
what Brooke said.
No, these are like
Mom.
$200 each, I think.
No.
But the batteries are $1,000 each, bro. We get 2 batteries. Crazy. Batteries are way more expensive.
Woo woo! Woo!
So I'm kind of curious, Merv. Like, when did you start getting involved with Motion Boardshop? Like, we're here now. Nate's owned it the past couple of years. Have you always been involved in motion, or was it more of like a recent thing with Nate?
No, I've been involved since we had this location. There were 2 in the past. I don't know how I got started. I think me and Nate just click in a different way. We see life in a different way, so we just,
But a different way.
you know, Nate's like Nate, and I'm like,
You're like Merv.
a little bit, I keep him relaxed. I'm like his little skate mom in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good friend, so that's really my way in the motion workshop. And I care about the space, man. It's home base for a lot of people. It's home base for me. I live just down the street, so that helps.
Do
a
you?
lot.
I didn't. How
Yeah,
far?
Like,
You're,
like a block that way, dude.
shut the fuck up. You're like a skate away?
I'm like a skate away, like down the bike trail I'm at. My house.
Dude, you're right on the bike trail?
Yeah.
That's
Right off the bike
gangster.
trail.
That's
Yeah.
gangster. I wish, dude.
Yeah.
I was so lucky. Like, my place in Salem. Have you been to Salem?
Oh yeah. Love Salem. Best place ever.
Really? No, you've never been, dude.
That grin.
You might love it, dude. I know you're a little more freestyle, but we have this hill, the Soapbox Derby Hill.
Oh, I've seen it. You and your dad.
Yeah, me and my
Oh,
dad. Dude, but it's
dad.
like a perfect grade. It's like not that steep, but not this steep. It's like you have to carve to slow down. You know what I mean? And it's like if you went there, it's like kind of a challenge to not go too fast. But it's not fast. So as long as you're carving,
It's not too fast.
it's not too fast. No, it's like the perfect balance, dude. Like when
Love that.
when COVID happened, I moved back to my dad's place. I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
skating there every day, and I got so much better at just like board control because of like having to like carve a bunch to slow down. Because normally when you're on a flat ground, you don't have to carve, and you do a couple carves and you're slow again. You know, so this was like a constant battle. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta go there, man.
I know.
What's that you double fisting?
The bus is going there. Double fisting.
Double fist.
This is you.
It's mine.
Big.
That's his modeling can, actually.
Oh.
He didn't drink it, we just used it. Shout out.
Shout out. Hard kombucha. It's good for your gut and your brain and everything.
Yeah.
It's superpowers.
And he gives you big ass calves like Merv. Look at
Huge
this dude's
calves, dude.
These are straight. These are what the? Dude, hold on. One more time.
Dude, it's a
Is
secret
this?
of the
Is this?
trade.
Oh my
bull
God.
calves, dude?
Yep.
What
Are those
is this,
implants?
Nah, dude.
Those are real?
Yeah.
bro? Guys,
Genetics.
like this video
Skating.
right now if you're a fan of Merv's calves, because like
Ladies
I'm a
love 'em.
fan of. Merv's
We just went
calves.
up 2 likes.
That's what I'm saying. This guy. And so actually, Merv, I'm kind of curious. You started doing doc session in Seattle in like the past 2 years, or?
Yeah, 2 years.
We went up 2 more likes.
Oh, perfect. And what's been your experience?
2
with-
legs. Let's go.
With doc session in
Both
Seattle.
calves.
I'm kind of curious.
Man, it's a funny story. The first like 6 months, it would just be me and my friend Jeff. Every week we'd show up and we're like, oh, it's another one of these of just me and you, Jeff. And now it's like every week there's like at least 15, 20 people. So it's been
amazing.
It's been cool seeing the community.
Are you guys doing Burke now, or are you guys doing the Think Space?
We kind of alternate. Like last night, there was a DJ at this one spot with a bunch of roller skaters. So we went there.
And how do you guys coordinate that? Is it like all through a Facebook group, or is it Instagram?
Yeah,
Or
we got Messenger.
Facebook group. Okay.
Recommend everyone who's trying to build a community make a group chat. It like really helps just to connect everybody together.
Yeah.
We got that. We got a Facebook group just to find like other people that would want to join the chat or want to find, you know, just get a bigger
The group's
reach.
a little more public because people can search like
Exactly.
Seattle Longboard and yeah.
You know?
Huh.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cool.
all for the fun, man.
Yeah.
No goal in mind, you know, just enjoy it.
I honestly kind of like skating solo. And you seem like the type of dude that likes skating solo too, because I can like really hone in. And I feel like whenever I'm skating with a bunch of people, I end up just being social the whole time and not skating that much. Do you feel kind of the same, or are you always in it? And do you like kind of the contrast of having like a bunch of people and then solo? You know?
It's good to have a little bit of both, you know.
Right.
We're all humans. We need a little social interaction, and it's good to get it during the skate session.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's good to stay focused as well, and
Yeah.
skating solo helps with it.
I know that like when I first started skating, I skated alone all the time.
Yeah.
Because dude, I would
You
just
have no
walk.
friends. It's okay.
I still don't have friends. No, but I just go to a hill like this, and I'd be like, I start halfway up, and I like make the corner, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll go like a board length further, and a board length further, until I got it perfect. You know?
Yeah.
It was just fun. I'm sure like same thing with tricks. Like I do that. I'll go out for even half an hour. You can get a damn good workout.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you're like in the
It's a
zone.
crazy good workout.
I got the Apple Watch. My heart rate's like 150, 160
Damn.
for like consistent.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think like when I run, like that's a tough pace for running, bro. 150, 160. But it's like you don't feel it when you're skating. You can
all
just
that
like
adrenaline just
yeah.
pumping in while you're doing cardio.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. Skating is basically just cardio. We're basically just doing yoga and box jumps.
It's like cardio, except someone kicks you in the shin every couple minutes,
Yeah,
and
that's
someone
true.
pushes you over every
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah, but not on top of this bus. You don't want to push anyone over here.
As you guys corner me into it.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's your time, Caden. It's your time. He's got like half a foot of space behind him before he's in traffic. Oh man, you're making me nervous.
I'm gonna jump down real quick. Check it out real quick, and we'll wrap this up. But I'm game. Let's just put it on a break, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You want to hand this over to Brooke, and then I can get photos of the two of you with the drinks up here?
Yeah. Sure. Hey, Brooke, homegirl, can I pass this over to you?
Felix. How are you, man?
Felix.
Whoa.
Hey, Brooke. Hey, guys. Real quick, I want you to like this video if you like Brooke. So, thumbs up if you like Brooke Johnson. So make sure you thumbs this video up right here. Brooke Johnson, you wanna grab the phone real quick? All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I always forget. Just freak out. Oh my goodness. So, what's your name again?
Marcy.
Marcy. So, today I met my first female downhill longboarder in person. Marcy, take your glasses off. You're not Elton John.
I am.
So, meet Marcy, who is one of the only female downhill skaters that we know of. If there's any more of you, come out of the woodwork. Come hang out and come skate.
We need you.
She's a badass. And amazing. So if you want to come skate with us, come skate with us. If you have any questions for Marcy, I'll look at the chat down here. Let's see. I have to look at the chat. Top chat, live chat. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if there's any questions in here. We have like 12 people. That's a great start.
Hi, 12 people.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Brandon
Thank you
didn't.
for joining in, and this event is awesome. If you're in the Seattle area, you need to come to Motion Boardshop because we're having fun. We're supporting skaters, we're supporting living life to the fullest, and we're gonna go skate tonight.
Also, fun fact about Marcy. She's also she's a death doula. I had no idea this was a job. Epic. What that means is she helps people as they like die feel better, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Excuse me, I don't know.
Support people to have a good death because death is
So
the
scary.
ultimate rite of passage. And
Damn.
yes, this is what I do.
So cool. How'd you get into that?
Oh, that's a really long story, kind of.
The 3 bullet points where you showed up and you were like, I'm a death doula now.
When I was 13 years old, I reenacted the Hades and Persephone myth for my history class, which basically is like taking somebody into the underworld and then ushering them through the afterlife. So I suppose I was sort of shown when I was 13, and it's Friday the 13th.
It is. I forgot.
Which is, you know, a death and rebirth day. So yeah, I think that it's just been a soul remembering, to be honest, and it just was a calling. So I listened.
That's so epic. What? Someone, I don't know what that question is. I'm not going to answer that. Someone said, what do you think of guys riding on metal wheels? What does that even mean?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah, no, 0 stars. That's like skiing on cement. That just sounds like a bad idea. Sounds like chalkboard and nails.
I say that if you want wheels, come to Motion Boardshop and buy some real ones.
Do you ride snakes? I ride snakes.
I have rode snakes. I actually have snakes in my feet. I love alpha wheels, the size of alphas.
What diameter or millimeter? What size?
They're 7 yeah. I've tried out several different wheels, but you know what? I also like to support people who are supporting other people in the scene. So I also just got some wave killers. Try those at the upcoming Mary Hill.
Yes.
Weekend. If you're interested in downhill skating, come out to Mary Hill in Goldendale and check out what we're doing because it's a lot of fun, and we would just like to have more people participating in the...
Yeah, we also want more women.
Yes, we want more women.
If you know any women,
Bring it.
bring them.
Bring it.
Have them show up. I don't care if they don't know how to skate.
We will show them how.
Yes, that's the vibe.
Show them how.
That's the vibe. How long is this live? It's like 20 minutes. Okay, amazing. I think we're wrapping up. Awesome.
That's so small.
Okay, I'm gonna do an outro.
Outro with her because she came down.
What? I think they know. You've told them, haven't you? This is like the 5th time. So, Christina is the other only female. We're the 3 with the squad.
And she was so interested in what was happening that she just came down. She's going to skate. We're going to take her under our wing and show her a few things.
Yes. She's gonna hang out with us this weekend and learn to shred. Longboard dance or downhill. I don't know what she's feeling. She's
Any
like probably
wheels, whatever you want to do.
all wheels welcome. But I'm so proud of you. Because that takes some balls. And that's so cool. She showed up alone, knowing no one, as like one of the only women. So yeah.
Especially the AF.
So excited. We will keep you guys posted, and we hope to see you guys tonight at the garages if you're around. And if not, please go follow Going Beyond the Board on Instagram to find out where we are at any given point of the day. Just don't show up to our bus at night because it's fucking creepy.
And we're in Seattle right now, so go to Seattle Longboarding on Facebook. If you search Seattle Longboarding on Facebook, you'll find the group and
Join it.
garages. Join the group and have some fun.
I love it. I love it. We will see you all next week. Sweet. How do I end this?